I know you guys all noticed my new thumbnail, which is absolutely amazing. It was made by I'm Mad. And I kind of also forgot, guys, I do have a second Let's Play going up. Every Tuesday, I'm going to do a Fire Red Let's Play where I'm talking about history facts. So that's going to count for my educational stuff. So next Tuesday, this Tuesday coming up, is going to be my very first one, and it's all going to be about the supernatural and paranormal. So today's Table Talk Thursday is going to be on witches. And the reason why I decided on witches is I had somebody comment down below. It was the new Polka... I forgot their name. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I know I'm going to snap it and put it right here. So I know they commented asking me to talk about vampires and werewolves, but I figured I'd start off with witches because a lot of this supernatural stuff goes back to witches. Now we have two concepts of witches, the Harry Potter and the evil witch from the Salem witch trials. Now there's more than just that. And I think it's a pretty unique topic that we teach when we talk about the Salem witch trials and you read The Crucible in 9th grade, but we really don't talk about witchcraft itself, like where it comes from. I know if you take AP Euro, you're going to study the witch scares in Europe that's going on at the same time as the Salem witch trials. Well, there's even more to it, and I kind of wanted to hit on that today because I want to ask this question to you guys. Do you believe that we should talk about all forms of cultural witchcraft? Because there is a lot of cultural witchcraft that we leave out. Like the Native Americans, they have shamans who are doctors in their tribes, and they kind of use a form of witchcraft. Not saying it is witchcraft, but they have medical practices that they use herbs, that they dance, that they sing, that they call upon spirits using. And it's not just our Native Americans. The Yanomami down in South America, had a brain fart there, they also have these witch doctors where they start talking about like attacking other tribes because they've done something wrong to them and like getting revenge and doing all these little things where they send out their spirit, and that's what they honestly believe. And that's a form of witchcraft we don't really talk about. We talk about like the European white scare witchcraft, but we don't talk about the minorities. Now, there's a lot of different practices when it comes to it, but the ones I'm most familiar with are voodoo and hoodoo. Now, voodoo, I will never touch. Sorry, seen enough scary movies, have been to Louisiana enough, know enough people from Louisiana to know not to touch voodoo. Now, voodoo is what's considered dark magic, and it technically came out of the Cajun/Haitian culture. It's used in both worlds. Now, in the Haitian tradition, in the Caribbean tradition, you can actually raise people from the dead and they become zombies, and then after a certain amount of time, they come back to life, which is really bizarre for me, but it's still a pretty cool concept, and there's always these claims, especially in Barbados, where people have had that happen to them. Now, voodoo in America, we are known for the voodoo dolls, these dark magic candles that apparently if you light them, they possess you, and the Queen of Voodoo herself from New Orleans, whose name I forgot to write down, but I'm going to put a picture of her up right now. Now, she actually could curse people in both a good or bad way. Now, voodoo has two sides to it. Voodoo is not just dark magic itself. It is voodoo is the dark and hoodoo is light. And most times, people practice both together. Now, where does voodoo and hoodoo come from? They come from Africa. That's a tribal practice that the slaves brought over that they adapted into their own form of magic to kind of create their own cultural identity. And it's kind of cool to look at it because in African folk magic, they have these masks, that these masks mean certain things, and you call upon the witch doctor to perform these certain spells to have these masks do certain different things. Well, in voodoo, you have a similar aspect of it with the voodoo doll itself, where it's supposed to resemble somebody you don't like, and you could prick it, or you could use the voodoo doll to heal somebody. It can go either way. Now, hoodoo is lesser known of the two magics, and hoodoo is white magic. Hoodoo is healing magic. It's something they do to exorcise out demons, and a hoodoo practitioner is somebody who can come into a house that's haunted by people who practice voodoo and rid the house of the haunting because they have that connection. Now, voodoo and hoodoo have a very deep spiritual connection to your ancestors, so it's all about kind of ancestral worship, if you know what that is. What that kind of means is your ancestors, you worship like they are gods in a way, but they're not. You just really respect them, like the Japanese, how they have the tombstone in their house that they light incense in front of every single day and offer food to. That's kind of the same lines of voodoo and hoodoo, where you have that kind of notion that it's all about your ancestors, it's all about family, it's all about connection, it's all about blood. Now, many hoodoo and voodoo practitioners today, they're pretty open about it, and when they talk about it, they always make that assertion that it's all about family. Like, you don't cross me, you don't cross my family because I can curse you in a minute, which I fully believe. And I will never cross anybody who practices voodoo because I don't want to try to see what's going to happen because, no. Now, voodoo also incorporates, which is really interesting to me and most people don't realize this, voodoo also incorporates a lot of Catholic ideology as well. It's a mixture, it's an amalgamation of the witchcraft from Europe, the concepts that were formed in slavery, and Christianity. So it's kind of all these mixed together, and it's like this mesh of magic and spiritualism and religion. So it's kind of an interesting practice just to look at because you're trying to figure out what it is the first time you start reading about it, but after you start reading about it, you become more and more interested in it. Now, around this time of year, people kind of make these fake voodoo dolls, and I know voodoo dolls have been kind of seen in different incarnations and cartoons, like making them cute and adorable, but for the people I know in New Orleans, I asked them about it, and they said no, voodoo dolls are really scary to them because you have no idea what they can do. One of them even claims that this creature known over in the bayous in New Orleans, the rougarou, is caused by these voodoo dolls, like voodoo curses, and he swears up and down, being Cajun, that he'll never go near a voodoo doll because he's afraid the rougarou will find him. And it's pretty interesting to me because it's just one of those bizarre moments of, I don't understand it because I'm looking from it as an outsider, but in the culture, it's a big thing to them. And you have to kind of respect that about people's culture. So I'd really love to be able to bring that in and do a lesson on it, talking to my kids about what voodoo and hoodoo is and explain how they all formed, but it doesn't really fit in the standards. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think we should be able to teach it? Why or why not? Tell me down in the comment section below. Also, guys, please give me some more ideas for Table Talk Thursday. I want your feedback on this. Well, have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.